I actually love how you brought that up as well. Like in terms of like SEO maturity, there's two sides of the spectrum. There is that person that follows Google's rules to the T and says, oh my God, I'm so scared to break a single rule because they're not going to rank my website. And then there's the other side that's like fuck Google.
Yeah, like it's just whatever it takes. Yeah. And having met both those sides of people, they're great people, they're wonderful people, but I'd rather just listen to all sides and take that's where you can really go down the path of just trying to figure it out yourself. And whether you're a business owner or an SEO specialist, just do it yourself and you will know what options you have and what you like in SEO fundamentally. Some people are very link heavy. Some people are more content focused. It's not wrong either way of doing it. It's just what methodology really aligns to what your expertise is. Being a great generalist is also good, but being a great technical SEO, you're probably gonna have to play in that more white hat space because you're doing things that adhere to the guidelines. But like I said, these people are getting very successful not doing the things that Google are telling you to do, which that's just the game. That's the game of life.
Yeah, that's the game of life. I guess like this conversation has brought me on to thinking about how to gain more confidence as an SEO. And I think a myth around this is working on a lot of websites as an SEO gives you confidence. And I think that's a myth because if you work at an agency or you work somewhere and all you do is follow an SOP and you've done that SOP for like 50 different businesses, right? I think you'll be a little bit more confident. But if something goes wrong or there's an update that throws that SOP out of whack and throws a core component of that SOP out of whack and you don't know how to fix it, then I think that's really going to shadow your confidence as an SEO. I think real confidence for SEOs is generated from trying, breaking, failing, and then recovering. So it's like when you know like how to break things, why it broke, and then how to fix it, I think your confidence as an SEO skyrockets because you become very flexible and you know that whenever there's a major problem in a website, you know the solution because you've already gone down that path before. And then you also have the experience to know that it's not the end of the world and you can recover from this. It's just coming up with the game plan and then putting it into action. And when you are that flexible and you have that much experience and you've developed the character of going through bad moments in your SEO campaign, I think that's what really makes you confident as an SEO specialist. Even if you don't know everything, you know that you've done stuff like this before and you figured out how to fix it in the past. And then that makes you feel pretty invincible as an SEO, I think.
Yeah, I've met the more battle-hardened, I've become a bit more of this person as I've gone along in my journey, is that now we're facing the threat of new search, which is LLMs, Perplexity, Gemini. What's that going to mean? But then to the more experienced SEO within me, I go, it's just another thing to optimize for, right? It's just another thing on the spectrum of different types of search that we just need to be aware of. And I got the question the other day, which was, is SEO going to be viable in 10 years? Is it actually going to be a viable industry? And I think to myself, well, it's been around for 20. They've updated from Penguin, Panda, Hummingbird, helpful content. There's been so many things thrown at these websites, and yet the best ones still remain fundamentally pretty strong. And there's been collateral damage along the way, but a new search engine to optimize for, I think that's pretty exciting. A new way of searching is really exciting. And you see now the shift that the people that are less phased by it go, okay, well, we're going to look into things like video or personal branding. We're going to look at indirect traffic channels to see how we can position that website to the top of whatever people are putting into their phone, or maybe in the future they'll be putting into VR headsets. I don't know. But whatever they're doing to find a website, we have to know how to optimize for it. That's just fundamentally it. If that's the job and that's the job you enjoy doing and you're experienced at doing that, SEOs are very well positioned for the next wave of whatever the future of marketing is. Even though it's so intangible at the moment, if we know how to take a website and put it in someone's face, that's it. That's the skill that you have.
Yeah, definitely. And at the end of the day as well, the LLMs and like the AI that's, surfacing now in search, it has to get the information from somewhere. Like websites will always be the source of information. And then the AI is just a tool that helps you scour the internet for the best possible options. So essentially like SEO is still going to be around. These websites still need to be optimized. The AIs need to be able to read the website and understand what the business is about and if it matches the search intent of the actual searcher. And most of the time, business owners don't know how to do this optimization. So people worry that like SEO is not going to be around anymore, or like they're going to have to change the way that they do SEO. Maybe a little bit. You're probably going to have to be more efficient and learn how to use AI systems to help you work faster. But the core fundamentals of SEO still remains the same. How do I make my website as reputable as possible to Google, the LLMs, and users? And then that's how you win in SEO. So all you did is just add, how do I make sure the LLM trusts me now too? Which kind of makes you like an insecure schoolgirl because now you're trying to get everyone to like you. But
I think it comes down to now SEOs are going to have to get more creative, where we could take an SOP, write a blog brief, write the content made for it. But what's going to take that content to the next step? What's going to adhere to information gain? What's going to make it slightly different than the rest of the search results that a user would click on it and a LLM would go, you know what, this is a little bit better than the rest. Conversationally, this is written in a way that the query that has been prompted to me is a little bit better than, just the classic law firm blog article about what is, wills and estates law. What's probate law? If you have something like a video, if you have something like a case study, an infographic, something a little bit different, it's going to rank better over time or just have a better positioning long term. It may not be adhering to the traditional SEO principles. You should have those, but doing something slightly a little bit wacky and zany might be the way to cut through the noise. And that's what you need to do. If you're positioned on the first page, you're going to have to cut through the noise somehow and get that click to the website. It's no longer just about having the right title tag. That's great, but having a little bit more juice, a little bit more dwell time is going to work better for SEO long term.
Definitely.